I'm Libby Edge and I founded Eco Barge Clean Seas in July 2009, and then we launched the Whitsunday Turtle Rescue Centre in July 2013, and to date have had over 50 turtles in care. So this is beautiful Scooby. Scooby was brought to us from Mackay, from Grasstree Beach, by the volunteers down there. So Scooby is a hawksbill turtle. Hawksbill turtles are critically endangered, and why that is because of their shell. They're hunted for their shell, so they use it for jewellery. Scooby was a really sad case when he came in. We didn't think he was going to survive the night. He was extremely malnourished but suffering from float and was full of barnacles and algae, and it was very touch and go. So we are extremely excited to be able to release Scooby back out to the ocean so he can make baby Scooby babies. So this is gorgeous Stumpy. Stumpy's the luckiest unlucky turtle. Stumpy, we went out on a clean-up trip on Eco Barge, and we went to a place called Saba Bay, and a commercial skipper came up and said, "Eco Barge, thank goodness you're here. We've just seen a big turtle with a yellow fishing line entrapped around its flipper." So my volunteers and I, we searched for an hour and a half for Stumpy, and we couldn't find Stumpy. Can you imagine our volunteers leaving that bay knowing there was a turtle that was entangled in fishing line? It was horrific. It was a very sad day to leave that bay. Yeah, that's you. 4 days later, we got a call through the 1300 animal stranding hotline number to say a turtle was up on Whitehaven Beach that had been attacked by a shark. Yeah, look, loves it. So when we went and rescued Stumpy with Queensland Parks and Wildlife in their vessel, we rescued Stumpy, brought it back to the Whitsunday Turtle Rescue Centre where we could actually wash the wound. And we all thought it was a shark attack. That just made sense. But as we looked at the wound, it was lacerations, and he also had lacerations around his flipper and his tail. And we were like, this is that turtle that was entangled in fishing line. What happened was Stumpy had the fishing line entangled around its flipper. The fishing line got caught on the coral, and Stumpy could not get to the surface to breathe. Stumpy had to rip off his flipper to get to that air, and then he swam to Whitehaven Beach, where we later rescued him. His wound's going really, really well. So we put him on painkillers, so he was in a lot of shock. When he first came in, there was no way we could touch Stumpy. He was so vulnerable, he'd go to the other side of the tank and he was petrified. You could imagine how vulnerable he felt without his flipper. Next week, I'm delivering Stumpy up to Jenny Gilbert at Cairns Turtle Rehabilitation Centre, where Jenny's my guru. She's amazing, and she's going to operate on Stumpy, remove the stump, seal the wound up. He'll go under healing up there for a few months, and then we'll bring Stumpy back down to the Whitsunday and release him on Whitehaven. Luckiest unlucky turtle. Yeah, so Danny came in, another one from Mackay. Danny's really sick. So Danny's suffering from the float. You can see that he's stuck on the surface. We've x-rayed. We don't know why he has his float. He is full of air, quite obviously, but he hasn't eaten since he's been in care. His eyes are now sunken. He's lost a lot of weight. And he's got a plastron bone. So there's a bone here that's about to pop through. And once that happens, the chance of recovery is pretty much zero. So we've given a lot of care for Danny and a lot of time, and pretty much we're just praying for a miracle. And that's the hard fact about the Whitsunday Turtle Rescue Centre. While it's exciting when you have a successful recovery, reality is by the time they come into the centre, they're so sick. Yeah. There is that side as well. But at least we're providing them care, a safe environment to hopefully release them. But the sad fact is they're here because they're sick, and mostly because of human impact. What I'm very proud of is I work very closely with Parks and Wildlife. Any turtle that dies in the Whitsunday region, we strand net. We enter that into the government system. So no turtle in the Whitsundays dies in vain. We want to know how many deaths we're having and what type of deaths. That way we can make change that way as well. So if Danny doesn't pull through, then we will then later necropsy Danny and try and find out why did he die.